On today's review of Great Western Trail, No Room for You. So I finally got into another game of Great Western Trail. Need to get a little bit more practice in this game, so but there's sometimes a long wait to get into a game for me, so I look at the board here because that's the first thing you really want to do is look at the buildings and look at the board and try to make your starting strategy from that, right? I do see the cow card, discard a white to gain 4 money and then buy a cow. But I really don't feel like going the cowboy path. So I see this is pretty blocked off, this hazard area. So what I really wanted to do is put a tax building down here. So my goal is to put this here. So that's how I start the game off, and then I build my strategy from there. I do see this, which is pretty good also, especially with this building if I can get it out. So what I want to do is at least get to here, maybe here, and then build this building by the end of the game is what I'm trying to do. So alright, so let's go ahead and start going through the turns here. So Joker starts by building a building, places his cattle building here, which could be good as long as this doesn't get blocked up with cowboys, which normally it doesn't because people keep taking them. You should be able to get over here and buy a cow. I mean, there's other places you can play it too, like, here, but it's right after this one, so you want a little bit of space in between them. So it's not a bad spot to place it, I think. So, wait, cancel. What am I doing? I can't control him. Okay. So I also started on the building space because, like I said, I want to get my tax building up immediately. And then hopefully, like one of these other ones, I can put another building to tax there, right? So Holy Mint decides to start at the cow spot. Not exactly sure why. Maybe it's because they just wanted to get rid of this, but they didn't buy a cow, so like, why do that? So initially I was thinking, I really want to get a builder, right, on the first turn, but I can't buy one right now because I can't buy from this row. So I thought, let me slow down. Maybe I can get yellowed across before, go to Kansas City before I get up to the buy worker. But it doesn't work out that way for me, unfortunately. So I just go down, just grab a certificate. I don't want to move my train. Joker Jake moved their train. If I move out here, that gives Holy Mint a pretty good jump up here, right? To possibly get in there. So I don't want to do that. So I just pass on the second action. So we're all in the same spot right now. Holy Mint decides to move their train. I now have a plan on how I can basically get to this first spot before anybody else. So when I see this, I definitely want to get to the hire a worker spot, right? Grab the engineer. Holy Mint's turn. They follow suit and go past the hire worker to discard 2 cards. which was interesting to me. Like, don't you want a worker on your first turn? You know, I think it's worth it, especially if you want to go here anyways, because you need to leave a station master there. I mean, that's the reason why I picked up the engineers, so I can move too. And get to this spot, right? Because I'm going to, when I drop off my first load, I'm going to Kansas City, which really should be your first delivery, like in most games. And I'm going to clear off the move an engine spot, right? I put out a bunch of builders because I do want to do a building strategy in the end. Deliver to Kansas City. I have 13 money. And now I can get to this spot on my turn. Holy Mint goes to St. Louis. Like I said, from all the strategy videos I've seen, including a world champ, they suggest probably going to Kansas City first, you know, to get that extra boost of money on your first lap through here. So I'm gonna just move one. I'm gonna pay the 2 to move my train to, and then pay 1 to move into the station. Get the station master. I now have that basically end game scoring for certificates, right? I do like that my opponents have helped me out so much right now, because like you just seen me move 3, right? So there's a chance I can move 3 again, especially after dropping off that second disc. I opened up move 2 with my train, you know? So I do have enough movement to get into this spot now. Like, so I want to build again. I put my cow thing out here just so I can have something where I can buy a few cows. It's not going to be my focus in this game. My focus is putting out buildings, right? Okay, Jake buys a blue cow. I forget what I do here. I think I just go forward 1, grab another certificate maybe, or do I skip it? I might skip it here. Yeah, so I go buy a cow. That's what I do. I get the other blue cow, because I do need a few bigger ones just to boost myself up into this range. Like, I don't plan on doing these, right? Unless I do something weird like get this building out, right? Which is if I move down the track far enough, I can just place the disc there, I guess. So okay, Joker's turn. They come and they get another cow. Buy a red one. I just want to get another worker, right? So I will get a builder. Now, I seen red moved again, which means that they're really working to try to get to this space, and I definitely do not want them to get there. So I end up having to sacrifice this builder at the next station. So I'm not going to have much building power unless I overbuild one of my buildings, which I don't want to do yet. So I go there to get rid of the 2 grays, and I draw a couple more grays. Not good, right? But the good thing is I actually have an exchange token still. So I'm going to use my exchange token here. Get rid of 2 of the grays. Just go to Peoria right now. I wonder if I do this, if it'll be bigger. So yeah, Peoria. All right. Holy Mint also delivers. He put this here for me, like, like I don't know why he didn't put the cowboy out, but he made my building much better. There's no way anybody's going through this hazard. So, not that I'm going to complain. Jake buys another cow. So he's really focusing on the cows right now. So I get into the next station. They let me do that twice in a row. But I had to sacrifice my builder. What that means is I'm not going to put out a building this round, or this trip through the trail, right? So Holy Mint goes and gets a cow. Like I said, that's not my focus. I'm not going to focus too much on cows. I'm just going to get a 3 and a 4. That'll be enough for me to do at least up to Pittsburgh and that. So I go to here on my turn. Let's see what Jake does, right? Goes here to get money. It's only 2 money, so you'll see I skip over this building a lot. I think I use it maybe once. It's just there so I can overbuild on it sooner or later. And I'll collect taxes right now until then, right? Joker goes to hire worker. They hire a builder like I do. Okay, so Holy Mint's turn. So I go here just to get a start on this. I don't feel any threat right now of them catching me. And if they do, I can just hop over them, you know, because they're only moving one at a time. They're not opening up their train, right? Movement. Either one of them. So they're going to putt down the track. So that means I can slip out a little bit, right? So Joker goes, delivers, puts out 2 cowboys and a green bandit. Okay, so where I'm at, I don't have enough money to get 2 workers again, as much as I would like, so I just go get 1. Like I said, my goal is to be able to build this building here, this 9 worker building. Just to max out this kind of, right? I have to put out an engineer. I really don't want to put out engineers if I can help it, but I noticed that Holy Mint's going for cowboys. I'm like, should I continue to put cowboys out for them also? Which would be bad for me, I think. So I'm back at the beginning of the trail. Now I have this, so I want to get some actual bandits, if I can. And there's a good one out here at a 4, so I'll stop and pick that one up. And I'll spend 2 money to go into this station here. Now this time, I don't put a station master here. I just use the disc to get the victory points. So I'm just going to hold this here so that they can't get in here, right? And if they pass me, right, because they can't go back, really, I'll then move out of that station. So it's more of a, I'm just going to hold this station hostage, right, type deal, so that nobody else can use it. Now, Joker Jake is picking up the ones behind me. There's not much I can do about that, right? What I'm really waiting for is them to go after that 12 money, because that's a huge boost that I could use to do a lot of stuff on one of my trips through. So, and they definitely oblige me on the train track this whole game. They make it so easy for me to get down the track with very little, you know, I don't have another engineer till like the very last turn of the game, so. So I did deliver to Chicago on my last run, so I do have the extra movement now, but I am going to go down here to, I think I picked up a, where is it? It was along the trail. I picked up an objective. So I seen there was this objective here, which, you know, I'm going for the green and orange anyways. I already have a station already filled. So this is almost pretty much guaranteed. So I just picked it up. Joker goes and gets more cows. He's bought 4 value 3 cows. So he's doubling up on one. So on my turn, I think I skip over everything and just go to workers, right? Nope, I stop. Oh, I stop here. I wanted to get my 4. That's what it was. Well, I had the money. So this turn, since I have the builder already, I just skip over getting a worker, because I don't have the money for any of them, right? The 5 rows empty, and I would have 5 money, so I just skip over it. Go right to here, discard the grays again for money. Thought about taking this, but I didn't, you know. It's not a big deal, but I mean, it's only worth 2, but I would have cleared out this completely, you know. But I do see this, so when I built last time, I didn't mention this because so much is going on in this game. This started building up, so I put a taxation building here. So I'm getting money here and I'm getting money here unless they go through these hazards. The only thing tough about this building setup is that this is at the beginning of the trail. So I have to stop here to get the cowboys I need for my goals and that throughout the game. So put out 2 oranges, which is really good for me. I definitely want to pick one of those up. I then pick up this, which is 2 oranges and 1 building. So that's another goal that I'm more than likely going to be able to succeed at. And I do make one mistake at the end, and I'll show you what mistake I made. So I go here, I get my bandit, orange bandit there. I play this to move, so I'm just further along the track a little bit. I have a decent amount of money, but not a ton. At this point, I'm not too concerned about what they're doing. Like, Joker has picked up an engineer, but like I said, I'm not going to do anything till people pass me. So once they pass me, then I'll make my move to the next station. I go here, get another certificate. I don't move my train because I'm not going to move it until they go past me. So I'm being aggressively, I'm going to call it aggressively patient by not moving, right? I'm preventing them from getting in here. You know, I really want this, so I'm making them do what I want them to do, basically, is how I looked at it. I noticed that I'm kind of, like, even though I can move forward, sometimes I get stuck here, depending on what I do. So I have to stop here or here every single time, which I don't very much enjoy. I get 2 workers, I put out another building, I put out the double tax building here, right? Because somebody else put another hazard out for me, so. I have 2 grays again, unfortunately, so I have to stop here. But I draw really well. So I have 2 automatics, so I'm up to 11 plus 3. So I can go up to Pittsburgh. So that's what I want to do. It's harder to get to. So while I have that number, I'll do it now and then try to plug in Toledo later. So finally somebody moves. It's perfect for me at this point. Holy Mint can only move 1, right? Because they still haven't upgraded their train. Neither has yellow. So I know for a fact that I can get into here regardless of what they do. In fact, if red moves up, it'll save me a money, right? So I need 2 more orange cowboys, basically. The problem is I see this, right? And it's better than the one I had in my hand. So I really want to get that one. The problem I have is I forgot which one was which. I knew I had one that I scored on 2 orange cowboys. But I played the wrong one at the end here, so I cost myself 2 points. So you'll see I was able just to go here, use the auxiliary to move into that station, and then I picked up the orange cowboy with the exchange token because 1 or 2 money's not enough really to impact me too much. I have 35 right now. So I just decided to get this to get a little bit more flexibility at the end of the trail to try to get a better delivery. I notice we're getting close to the end of the game here, so I'm starting to think, how can I get these buildings out, right? So what I do is I overbuild on this one by going to here, right? But I had to go here first, so I just move ahead of them now. Like I said, I'm not too concerned about them plopping in here. I mean, if they want to do that, by all means do it. If they don't, I will block it off. Like yellow could get there. 1, 2, 3. They have 3 engineers. But he doesn't do it for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if I got there first, maybe? The other good thing about what's going on here also is that neither one upgraded their speed at all. So they're only moving 3. So me placing these buildings out has slowed them down quite a bit. Where I'm flying through just 1 space extra, so I'm actually like able to get more done. Do this. So Joker is able to go to Philadelphia. Is that where he went to this time? He delivers to Toledo, and then he finally gets his speed 1. But he took this one, which costs money. This one gives you a victory points at the end, so I took that one first. I go here and I picked up that that in-game scoring, which I'm gonna screw up here soon. Holy Mint goes. So I did overbuild this, even though the computer's a little bit glitched out here and showing me the old building. So, but I did upgrade this one, so. So Joker goes down into this station, right? Because Red decided to move their train so that I just could leap past them into the station. So I think that's also another reason why I stopped there, because I could get into the station for 1 movement. So this one I do not take, because I did take this one. The reason why I took and put a station master here is it knocked me down to 3 again, so I could redo this build action a second time. So sometimes putting a station worker and re-triggering these same effects over and over again is a decent strategy. Okay, Joker's way back here. He's probably gonna stop. He stopped on his own space and then went here. So he's collecting some hazards. Hazards don't matter so much for me now. I went to St. Louis because I fell short because I miscalculated how much I had. So here's the mistake I made. I play this one instead of waiting for that other one, which would have been worth 5 instead of 3. So So yeah, I play them all. So I do that. I do that. I draw cows. I get my 4. So my thought process is now I need to find some way to get out this building still, right? So what I do is, we can speed up through this. I'm not going to move my train for the rest of the game, pretty much. I mean, it is where it's at. There's no reason to do it. Okay, so I go here. I build this 3 building. And the reason is, I still want to get out this 9 building, so what I'm going to do is come around here, get my last worker, which will let me build a building at 1 cost each, right? So that'll be 6 more money, and I will build over that one to gain that one. It'll also help me with my delivery at the end, and also my victory points. So okay, so once somebody hits Kansas City, it's over. I'm going to go here and do my build. So I get this, build that. I then take this engineer because I want to get rid of one of those grays in my hand, and then I draw another gray. So it's sort of like, come on. I didn't keep track of what was in my deck still, but okay, so I have an exchange token, right? I do an exchange. I get just enough to do this without spending too many certificates here. And that triggered the end of the game. So I got 2 points for ending the game also. Alright. Joker takes their last turn. They're going to deliver cows also. Okay, so let's look at the final score here. So I scored 30 with my buildings, and then I scored another 14 there with my end game goals. Also 12 with my station tokens, right? So I scored 97. So, yep. Nice game of Great Western Trail. Think that was a solid strategy, blocking off these stations from my opponents, especially since I wasn't too concerned about going the engineering route. And I think when you go builder, you have to get one of those big buildings out, right? Sure, I would have loved to get this one out, but the effort I would have had to put into it would have been too much, I think. But still a pretty good game for me. I'm not saying that I'm some genius or anything at this game. I just try to do the best I can with what I see on the board. Try to make money off my taxes, right? I want to tax them early so that they have money, because when you cross these taxes and you don't have money, it doesn't cost you anything. So but yeah, that was my strategy. Do a little bit of a building strategy, see how many points I can get out of it. So if you like this content, please like and subscribe. Leave any comments if you've seen a better strategy at this one, how it was set up. I'd appreciate to hear about it. And until next time, have a nice day.